TSM looking for their next win on the season against Reciprocity. Wasn't exactly pretty for them last week, but they did come away with the W, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. And Reciprocity, a lot of fans behind this team, a lot of good vibes behind this team, and a team that a lot of people think we can make waves at the World Championship, even past league play.
I mean, the story of Team Reciprocity coming from a roster who would start out similar to Mouse, you know, they at least last weekend, they would come in with so much energy, so much momentum. They would take the series lead 2-0, and then they would always find a way to not finish out the series. And they've come such a long way. They've been together for so long. They're an experienced team. They are comfortable with each other through all of this practice, hard work, and now they're here finishing out series and adapting whenever they need to.
Yeah, you remember, you know, back on PSG when they had Bluey, they were constantly getting reverse swept, and now Bluey has carried the reverse sweep curse with him to Barcelona. But
that's rough, man.
We're back on TSM.
I thought a cheese roasted them, but no.
No. But you know, for TSM last week, Alpha 54.
Yeah.
The prevailing opinion is that, man, Alpha just put the entire team in his backpack and carried
do
them.
it again.
Yeah.
Does he? I mean, I think
I don't want him to do
point.
it again. I don't want Alpha to have to carry again. He shouldn't have to score every single goal. He shouldn't have to do that for TSM. This needs to be a complete team. And, you know, Metsaunaris had a couple of moments where he's shown, but it has to be more consistent.
I was exactly about to say that. You know, last weekend, he had that overtime goal, or excuse me, the 0-second goal, where Metsaunaris was going up, hit it off the backboard, sets up Alpha perfectly without Metsaunaris there. He did play well. He had his moments, but for the most part, it really was just Alpha on a tear.
Reciprocity, they have a guy over there. His name is Chaussette, and
scary.
He's a little nutty.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see this Reciprocity team against TSM, and I think this is a real this is a real test for TSM, and this is a tough week for them. This is a doubleheader, the first of two, and you know, not a better warm up than you're going to get than Reciprocity. It probably only gets better with Vitality.
Yeah.
So. You know, for Reciprocity, you know, who are you looking at, Turtle? I don't usually ask you such direct a question, but give it to me.
I love it when Fruity is being aggressive and taking charge midfield, being the guy who's challenging everything and annoying people on the defensive side of whoever they're playing, and letting Chaussette create that space. You know, Fruity, he's getting in people's faces. He gives Chaussette so much time to do his dribble and make a nice flick.
Game one is now underway. TSM have had to defend, you know, so many shots on goal that it might as well have felt like infinity last week. This week, we'll see if they can limit more shots on net. In my opinion, good defense is limiting shot opportunities, not just blocking shots in front of the goal. Never letting them happen. Chaussette just kicks that one downfield. So TSM start out here in Reciprocity territory. Mets.
Oh, follow?
He'll stay with it. He beats Chaussette to the ball. Alpha punches this up in front, but it was Remkoe, and Alpha gets the goal. This goes in.
Bit of an own goal here, I believe. Ferra on the wall. Did he hit it in? Somebody was, I think it was Chaussette. Maybe, yes, coming through. I saw somebody creeping on the wall, trying to get a clear. Ball just off the ceiling, rolling in.
And it was just falling. It was just falling down so slowly. And you felt like, oh man, that angle, it almost looks like it's going in. And I think Chaussette recognized that, so he wanted to get in there and try to make the touch. So an own goal to start. Yeah, what better way for Europe than to start with an own goal?
Yeah.
Oh, Fruity.
Oh, it's a great pass.
To Chaussette, there we go. Scores Reciprocity off the quick pass.
Fruity, the man I wanted to see put in work, and he does it here. Beats out two players who double commit to a challenge. Chaussette, so much space, finds an easy shot, and that's all thanks to Fruity.
You said you love Fruity on this team, Turtle.
I just think, I mean, Ferra is the team captain. There is no doubting that whenever this team, this Reciprocity team needs to make a change, Ferra is there commanding his team and taking charge mentally and sometimes on the field.
Oh, Remkoe getting the demo, and that is rolling into the net. Ferra finding his way through. Reciprocity, their second goal.
Speaking of the man himself, Ferra comes through and just smothers Remkoe on the challenge. and gets a nice 50 to roll into the net.
And it started off pretty okay for Remkoe. He picked up the demo to grab the ball, but then he just couldn't really get the best handle of it. And before he could even get a chance, there's Ferra right on top of him. Good cut by Fruity. Alpha will carry this back down along the side wall. Now he's off the ceiling. Alpha, 54, blocks. This time by Ferra. Remkoe trying to keep that in play, but you know, Turtle, as far as I'm concerned here in the first 2 minutes, TSM got a couple of nice possessions here. And you like the shots, like the pass here to Mets, and another goal for TSM, 2 in game 1.
Remkoe in the corner, takes his time. The defender went up on the wall. Fruity thought he had to go up because he assumed Remkoe was going to bang it off the backboard. He's already predicting a huge clear, but Remkoe taking his time there to get the small infield pass off the lower end of the backboard.
And I felt like Remkoe struggled so much last week.
Yeah,
you know, just
even with the outstanding or surprising player.
With with basic mechanics at times, it felt like his launch angles were all off, and he had to use a lot of boost for balls he jumped at that he should have never had to. And so I think that's such a big pass from Remkoe there, because you know he baited out Fruity, but that's a demo.
Oh, Fruity, he's gonna get it.
Was it a dunk? I don't know if the defender touched this. Either way, Fruity comes away with the goal.
Fruity with a speedy double touch. Remkoe can't get the touch off of the goal line, and he puts it in. I saw him going up for that, and I knew without hesitation he was going to just land that shot.
Quick response for Reciprocity again. Chaussette gets a demo in return for his own. Ferra finds Fruity. Reciprocity move back down to the blue half of the field. This is only going to be a touch for Ferra. He wanted a pass over to the side. Remkoe and Metsaunaris double committed. This is what also plagued TSM last week.
Yeah.
A lot of panicky defense. Off the back wall. Remkoe caught backwards, and Alpha just trying to help him get it out, and he does. Good touch from Fruity. Fruity's playing really well right now. Really like what I'm seeing from him. Solid touches, good challenges, keeping it away.
Going for the extra hits as well.
Yeah. That's a good flick, though, from Alpha. Oh, you can't stop this man. Tie game.
Alpha, the dribble. He says, Metsaunaris, you know, I'm going to take this. Don't get in my way. And then knocks Ferra in the air, predicts the jump. Did you see Metsa come in there for a second? He's
like, no, that's mine.
He tried to take the dribble. and Alpha, you know, Metsaunaris is like, okay, you know what? I'm happy you took it.
It's like, Mets, were you in the games last week? This is my goal. Give this to me. Tie game for TSM. And that just goes to show you, the star power, the explosiveness. When Alpha touches the ball, the dude is insane. And I mean, it's just simple things. It's the simple things that he's so good at, and it's the flashy things that really just put the cherry on top.
Double demo. Does it? Demo Ferra, excuse me. I'm tripping over all my words. I couldn't even comprehend. Ferra he takes the corner boost, rotates around, and gets another demo on the defense.
And Chaussette, all he has to do is put it on target after that. And we know that Reciprocity, they love going for demos. They love harassing the defense, screwing up rotations any way that they can. Fruity is always a big part of that as well. This time it's Ferra. And
the awareness that Ferra had there was remarkable, because normally you get one demo in the rotation and you say, okay, I got to get back. I've wasted too much time. But no, this man sees the field, and here's Metsa. Oh, okay, Chaussette, I don't want to get interrupted again from a goal. And it was just great play from Ferra. I love the double demo. And the awareness from this team captain shines through.
And against a TSM defense that's typically pretty stalwart.
Yeah.
Even through their panic and Alpha. Almost. Not close. Or not close enough, rather. Remkoe trying to take this away. TSM are running out of time, and Alpha rushing that a little bit. This one hit up high for Fruity. Alpha will kick it downfield, but no one from TSM will be able to get there in time. Remkoe got a piece of it. It won't matter. Hit up high here. Fruity's got the leg of it.
Big clear could come through.
Alpha catches it. Flicks it over Chaussette. But up for it, Ferra. says enough of that nonsense, and Metsaunaris says, hang on, buddy, we're not done. And now we're done. Reciprocity take game 1.
TSM started out strong with that instant goal. Bit of a shock. I did not think Reciprocity would respond so well to every single goal that TSM scored. It seemed like Reciprocity was right back in the thick of it, ready to score again, and ready to make a clutch play.
It's Alpha, man. It's 2 goals this time off of 5 shots, and we'll see this goal that got them the lead, Reciprocity, and came off that double demo from Ferra, and I think that's one of the main things that really
the turn there.
TSM.
He took the corner boost and then went back into the net to get the second demo.
Play's not over. Chaussette had the ball. Good communication.
Yeah, I mean that's incredible to me because it's just so routine to take one guy out and say I'm done for the day. But Ferra, he like you said, you had to have the communication and the awareness. I'm incredibly impressed with that play.
Yeah, you know, it's we're starting to use a phrase I'm really enjoying a lot. It's like it's a good understanding about what's about to happen next.
Yeah.
And taking advantage of that situation and understanding
confidence.
The next options that you have on the pitch. So as soon as Ferra takes that boost and he gets the first demo, maybe takes a quick look back. It doesn't even have to be communication. He's just like, oh, Chaussette's going to win this.
Yeah.
There's only one guy defending. This is going to be easy. And so he gets the demo. It's just a great, field awareness is really the biggest thing. But, you know, TSM, I have to say, offensively, early in the first half of this, it looked good. And honestly, some of the better offense that we've seen from them. Remkoe had a really sick play on the pass, but they're letting some of these balls get by them.
Yeah.
Grand Reciprocity creating these chances on their own. Alpha. And we said it before, Alpha can't do it on his own.
We saw involvement from Remkoe, which was great to see. Metsaunaris also pushing up. And they just gotta, they need to hold momentum and hold a lead for longer because Reciprocity, every single time, are ready to score again.
TSM on the defense. Chaussette. Pick this
Patience.
up. And getting the dunk as well. Remkoe just trying to fight for possession. TSM starting to struggle a little bit to find these clears. Remkoe, it's out into space, but no one's able to follow up from TSM. Metsaunaris couldn't get back to this ball. Chaussette will kick it across. And it's hit up high. Remkoe was there on the backboard to take it away, but again, TSM, Metsaunaris is able to win this challenge. But they're not going anywhere with it. Ferra picking up a demo, gives Chaussette a free look, and Fruity got in Alpha's way. Chaussette had a shot opportunity, he ended up backflipping and just punting the ball against the backboard.
Great coordination. I mean, Ferra gets the demo, rotates back as third man, and then Fruity is still swinging through as the second man goes for the demo, and Chaussette just can't get the finish, but a great attempt from Reciprocity.
Mets carrying that one across. Metsaunaris back over to Alpha. It's boom downfield. Remkoe, the last man back midfield. Knocked down. Ferra forced up for this. You saw Reciprocity getting maybe a little aggressive there. Fruity was still rotating back. Had Remkoe found a teammate on that play, it might have been deadly. And TSM stay on offense. This is a banger off the back wall. And flying off. Demo by Remkoe, and he's going to take control. Remkoe gets demoed. Metsaunaris, it flies off the top of his car.
Such a physical game. I mean, you see one team get possession, a demo comes through, and it flops.
Alpha on the other side. He's going to pick up the save here, but he was expecting a pass on the offensive end, and now it puts TSM in this spot on defense. That's a good touch. Saw Metsaunaris on the ball there, and just kicked it straight up. Nice job from Reciprocity. And good by Alpha to get in the face. TSM back beyond the midfield line, and so Remkoe had to come back here. Gave himself a chance at a challenge. Metsaunaris kicks it left, and Chaussette gets the touch.
That was a great interception. Almost a better pass. But Chaussette, he knows that play so well. That signature move of dribbling it out, taking your time to clear it. He was there, and he was ready to challenge.
You saw Metsaunaris cut there on the other side. Not sure. I didn't get a look at the second where the third man was in TSM's rotation. Alpha.
Fake.
But Chaussette is there. Remkoe trying to continue this. The ball fell at the bottom of Chaussette's car. Now Chaussette, Ferra, another demo. It's been Ferra being just so mean to TSM. You don't get to play Rocket League today. Think how many seconds total has TSM spent in the penalty box, or the demo box, if you will. Oh, Chaussette! It comes for free off the backboard, and that's what happens when you get a free rebound.
Metsaunaris getting tangled up in net. Has to reverse out. He has no momentum going into the save at all.
What a touch
He's
from Ferra.
just stuck there.
Yeah. And Ferra, I mean, look, Metsaunaris, I don't think he expected Ferra to get that touch either.
Yeah.
It just went straight up. Either way, like you said, it caught him flat-footed. Remkoe gets back to this and wanted Metsaunaris, but it misses him.
And it just feels like we were waiting for TSM to break. We've seen so much pressure and the aggression from Reciprocity that we're watching this TSM defense. We don't see any counterattacks, no transition game that's really working out for them, and it's all Reciprocity's game.
Alpha has a shot, and it's blocked by Chaussette. Just too light, couldn't get enough power. Remkoe. Touch really wasn't going anywhere. Metsaunaris had no faith in it either. Ferra. Blocked by Mets. It's a good catch. How does he play this out? Gives himself a good 50. Remkoe flips it over. Another. He's got one to beat. But Fruity's been a tough nut to crack. And Reciprocity, Turtle, I don't know about you, but it feels like a comfortable one-goal lead.
Yeah, I mean,
for Reciprocity right now.
Even when the pressure is on, whoever is going for that mid boost seems to always end up grabbing it and then rotate in for a demo. The physical plays, man, I can't get over it right now. And Ferra, great pressure. He takes the corner boost. He's not even worried about the goal. He's just trying to keep this TSM roster panicked in high-pressure situations.
And Reciprocity take this. Ferra, absolutely dominant. You know,
the confidence he has in his teammates is unreal, too.
It's funny because I say he's dominant. You see he's third on the scoreboard, but he had so many demos, so many challenges. He had that great pass to Chaussette to give them their only goal. And you know, I'm upset with TSM right now. I really am, because they're still panicking on defense. It doesn't feel like they're talking to each other.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like they're really aware of what each other are trying to do with the ball. Because even on this last continuation, Chaussette, you saw that pass from Ferra, but even on the last continuation, when they're coming back and they're trying to clear the ball downfield, you see two players bite. You see Metsaunaris and Alpha. They both end up jumping for the ball, and Alpha's like, oh, okay, Mets is going to go for that. Like, you should know. Like, you should know. And you shouldn't have to guess.
That's what I'm saying. You can see the difference from experience as a team from Reciprocity versus TSM. TSM, you can see the hesitation, the doubt, the lack of confidence in your teammates' positioning, and your alone awareness of where they are. While Reciprocity, Ferra is confident enough to just go for any corner boost he wants. He knows whenever his teammates are going to hit a shot, and he knows where they are every single second on the pitch.
It's a clear difference right now. And TSM, they put together a couple of good sequences, but their passes are relying on the corner, relying on the back wall and the backboard, and that's barely ever available against Reciprocity. The infield passes aren't there because, like you said, lack of faith in positioning of their teammates. No one's willing to commit to anything because they just don't. It feels like they do not know where the first man is going with the ball. That is what it feels like on the pitch for TSM right now. They have to figure it out right now, or Reciprocity are going to sweep them. TSM were in this position last week against Mouse Sports, or excuse me, against Barcelona.
Yeah.
And they pulled out the reverse sweep. Can they do it again? I don't think they've shown us enough in this series to say yes. Ferra was expecting a different bounce. He didn't get it. Good pop from Chaussette. Remkoe's ready for it. And Chaussette says, doesn't matter.
Remkoe just did nothing with that ball. I mean, look to play it infield, try and have a player push forward, make that cross-pitch pass, and not be so straightforward and tunnel vision with how you're moving the ball. And I hate to say it, but it might come down to Alpha again.
He scored twice in the first game. Oh, Alpha! It might come down to Alpha again, says as he marches down the field himself.
Alpha going for the dribble. I think he tried to get the bump
Yeah.
Didn't make any contact. Fruity saw that he was going to go for it and had to avoid Alpha. The only other option was for Fruity to fake challenge, stay grounded, try and do a power slide, turn around quickly, and get a save. But that's just so difficult, and honestly, I don't even know if he would have had the time to do it.
Either way, it nets TSM a goal. They were scoreless in game 2. Alpha scores again for them. The owner of all but one of TSM's goals.
Yeah.
Alpha kicks this downfield for Mets. Mets, that's high, and it's boomed away by Chaussette. Even when TSM do find something, again, it's relying on the corners, relying on the backboard, hoping that Reciprocity make a mistouch.
Alpha.
Chaussette's not going to give it to him, and Remkoe misses. That's the best chance TSM had in this first minute and a half to keep the drive alive on offense, and they whiff. Alpha. You got under that. Ferra's shot knocked away by Metsaunaris.
Great save, but who's challenging? Nobody is coming out of the box. They're all three in the net, and it's a double commit. And the net's wide open. Chaussette just has to push up, aggress, and look at where all three TSM players are. The challenge was so late.
What? Why? Why are you there? Like, you see Metsaunaris. I don't even have to look at your player cam to know that you know he's there. It's a lack of discipline.
Jorby, I can feel the steam coming from you right now.
You know, you're in the RLCS. And when you consistently see plays like that, and we see what we saw in game 2 with TSM.
Oh, what a pop, too.
It's like this team has so much potential.
Yeah.
Alpha was such a huge pickup for TSM.
And I mean, there's definitely a chance where it could be a solo thing. Alpha, I mean, it's not like we've seen incredible team passing plays or passes from him in general. It could be the fact that maybe he thinks he has to do it all himself. And maybe his teammates have the same mindset. Metsaunaris, in an interview with him, he said, I don't want to be aggressive, I'll just let somebody else do it.
Reciprocity. Moving back downfield here. Metsaunaris getting bumped. That bump threw Mets into Remkoe that time. Fruity is broken up. Chaussette, good catch, goes under. This has a shot, and it's blocked by Remkoe. You saw, I believe that was Ferra up high, trying to be the enforcer. He really has been the enforcer in this series.
Chaussette, one of the best dribblers in this game right now. I mean, so comfortable with the ball on the top of his car. The man can make a play as long as he has boost and a dribble.
Around the corner, Remkoe takes it away from Metsaunaris, and the miscommunication continues. Remkoe knocked away by Chaussette.
Still waiting for a counterattack. Fruity could have a chance here.
And you know what's really...
They're all three in net right there. What?
Well, you know, I was going to say, as Ferra scores, as Ferra scores here, Reciprocity take the lead. You know, they're all stuck in net because Ferra got in the way. Here's Fruity. He's like, bing, bing. It's pinball for Fruity.
Yeah.
You know? He's like, oh, car, boop. Oh, I'm going to bounce into another car. And before that, Ferra got in the way. So they're feeling flat-footed because at any moment they're going to get bumped or demoed by Reciprocity.
And they are the kryptonite of this TSM roster, who doesn't have experience working well as a team right now and connecting passes. Reciprocity is just being a bully on the pitch and forcing TSM in just the weirdest situations. And all three of them are constantly in the net, and it comes down to Alpha making these solo plays.
Almost making another one there. 40 seconds for TSM, down by 1. Flipping forward for this was Ferra. Almost making the challenge. Fruity kicks it out. Chaussette demo. That's big for Alpha. Can he get this touch? And he doesn't need to. Remkoe will score, and TSM a much needed breaking goal here.
TSM finally standing up for themselves. The demo coming through. Alpha doesn't even need to touch it. Remkoe, great job realizing the open space and a huge clear, and finally some punishment and response to this bullying from Reciprocity.
Required some physicality on the side of TSM. Alpha blocked by Fruity. Chaussette will find his way. Fruity continues the touch. Time winding down here in regulation. game number 3. Remkoe just misses that touch. Mets is
Open
there.
shot.
Mets' shot is good off the crossbar. 6 seconds, and here come TSM.
Feeding the ball inward. I'm surprised Remkoe didn't get another touch. Chaussette most likely thought he was going to try and take it to the corner, and Metsaunaris comes through with a banger of a shot.
6 seconds. TSM, are they alive and well in this series? Remkoe back to Alpha. Keeping it up high off the backboard. Metsaunaris trying to kill that right into the net. The best way to end a game. With insurance and a 4th goal for TSM, they survive game 3, and they are alive in this series.
And the whole game, I thought we were waiting for just the punishment from Reciprocity. TSM made a lot of hiccups, a lot of mistakes that game, and yet Reciprocity, the bullying worked a few times, and TSM finally starting to find each other and thread some passes together.
And now TSM, those last 2 games didn't happen. The first half of game 3 didn't happen. New game, new life, new team. They have to get it figured out. We've harped on the issues that they've had.
Definitely.
But you give credit to a team who can still fight back and score. They kept the score close no matter what.
And right there, you see the camera come off of Remkoe, because I was surprised to see that, because I thought he was going to take it to the corner or at least go for another hit. Almost like a fake, trying to get an extra hit and pass in the midfield. Chaussette and Fruity caught on their back foot, and a strong showing towards the end of that half.
Now TSM are bent on making us start thinking about another reverse.
I mean, you were
sweep.
fuming.
I was upset, and you know, in the last minute of that game, I was less upset. So Reciprocity, see if they can right the ship, because they had the lead for the majority of that game.
Yeah.
And then ended up giving it up. Granted, what was really a good continuation. Metsaunaris really stepping up at the end as well. So I don't know, Turtle. How do you feel? You feel like TSM got it? You think they figured it out?
This is pretty repetitive to last weekend. We saw them go down 0 for 2 in the series, and then Metsaunaris is the guy making the clutch play to bring them back in the series, but they got to make a reverse sweep here, and there's no opportunity for mistakes coming out from TSM. They got to show up.
Metsaunaris scores off the kickoff. I think that was Chaussette. He was expecting something different. Either way, Metsaunaris picks up the goal, and TSM 5 seconds in is all it takes, Turtle. You're shaking your head. What do you think? Tell me how you feel.
That was crazy, okay?
What was crazy?
Kickoff goals, Chaussette, a bit of a pre-jump, and now TSM, they are the pace, setters of this match.
See how it bodes for them. Chaussette boots that to the other side. Metsaunaris responds with a boomer of his own. Reciprocity done a really good job in moving down the pitch by opening up the field with demos, bumps. Physical game has always been a core part of how they play Rocket League. Fruity. Good forward pass.
That's gotta be a finish.
Oh, and he can't do it against the posts.
Chaussette had an opportunity, a big opening on defense. We saw Remkoe miss the hit in midfield, but Chaussette can't punish them.
Chaussette didn't get a strong enough touch. He gets back to this touch, but Fruity was already retreating on the play when he got back to it, so he still has to play it around the corner here. Ferra coming in to help now. Bringing another challenge, just kind of throwing the ball back and forth here in midfield. Weren't really able to gain consistent possession just yet. Reciprocity. Back down to the corner, but again, a pass intercepted in midfield. That one, almost a shot. Ferra turned that one away before it got there. Chaussette taking point here for Reciprocity. Looking to get in front, just kind of screen Metsaunaris on the play.
Yeah, Remkoe. Solid demo taking out that shooter for Reciprocity, denying the goal. And a common theme is really these physical plays to give Chaussette this space to dribble and to make a pass across the pitch. And right now TSM are reading it well, but here's a chance for Ferra. Slips it through the defense.
Ferra finds himself a wide open net. Remkoe over to Alpha, and it's a poor touch from Alpha. Metsaunaris had to go up, try to make that challenge. He's just too late on that pass. He had already committed as soon as that pass came out and just couldn't get back to it in time. Ferra beats him. Reciprocity tie it up.
Alpha on that hit, he just had to get a bigger clear or something. And what is this? The weirdest hit off of the backboard.
Yo, Fruity after this gonna be like,
oh, what?
I'm nuts. Flip reset, and then the mistouch from Mets.
Misread off the backboard.
I don't know if Fruity wants that to be his flip reset goal. Does Fruity want that to be his flip reset goal?
I think he's happy with it. I'd be happy with it. I would be happy.
On his stream, he'll say, yeah, guys, I scored a flip reset goal. Chaussette off the kickoff. 3 goals for Reciprocity. And Alpha got bumped.
Look at Ferra. Ferra is such a bully. He's
so mean.
Running through the defense and just trying to tag everybody.
He got out of the Airbus and he put himself in a bulldozer. That's Ferra today.
And he has not stopped that this entire series. Even whenever they lost the last game, Ferra says, I'm still going to be mean to these guys. It was just a slip up in Remkoe. Chaussette, what a save coming from the ceiling.
Chaussette initially tried to find that touch on the backboard. He missed the first one and then came back. Sometimes, Chaussette, he will surprise you with, how did he miss that?
Oh, he's still going for it.
And other times it's like, Chaussette, how are you so good? This shot, too light from Fruity. TSM feeling some pressure here. And as much as we've ripped on TSM, it's been a couple of missed touches. Granted, one off that flip reset from Fruity. I really call that a forced error. And then I haven't seen as much miscommunication as we saw earlier in this series.
That is a bleeding goal to give away if you're Metsaunaris. That is bleeding into the rest of this game for him. You know he's thinking about it, and that mentality shift, he has got to be trying to get some kind of revenge or redeem himself.
Remkoe couldn't win that touch against Ferra, but Metsaunaris, he's got Alpha. Alpha has a little bit more boost, has a shot, but it's too light right into Chaussette, who will take this ball from midfield, keeps it high and close for Ferra.
Get the dunk.
He did, defense. But right back into Mets.
Metsaunaris, knowing Ferra's going to go for the dunk, manages to hit it away and win that challenge, and now here comes the possession from TSM.
Metsaunaris kicks this downfield. That touch will not really afford TSM much. They got a minute left. Alpha finding Mets in space. Getting back to his own touch. Remkoe following closely. Alpha kicks that back down. Metsaunaris was ready for that. That's a situation again of Alpha trying to do too much. Metsaunaris was in position for that. And he had the space. This shot's good for Chaussette. 42 seconds left. Reciprocity, they may have given a game up, but they have taken complete control of this series in Game 4.
Another punishment from Chaussette. A poor clear from Remkoe. Looking for a pinch off the ceiling, could not get it. And Chaussette, one of the fastest players we have in the game right now, easily outbeats the opponent.
Reciprocity, very physical team. The Bruisers.
And they didn't let up no matter if they lost that game.
TSM are going to be sent home with more than a couple of welts. Time expires in game number 4. Fruity, a nice little flip reset goal for himself. Ferra, the demolition expert, and Chaussette.
Oh,
well, he got demoed.
Too late.
Remkoe will score. Like you said, too late, but Chaussette just beautiful filling in the gaps, a great shooter for Reciprocity. This is good from Remkoe, and a good demo as well from Mets, but we just didn't see enough of that from TSM in this series.
We didn't enough of a response. We needed, when you're getting bullied, you can't just sit there and take it. Either your rotations have to adjust for that, and if you can't do that, you need to bully back and mess with the opponent's head, and they almost come back, getting a 0-second goal.
We call those garbage time goals. Here at 0 seconds, no chance to win the game. Alpha will take one for the road. TSM got one more series left today, but they will be sitting at a 1-1
and
record on the season.
I mean, Reciprocity.
They look good.
They snuck into the minds of TSM throughout this series. They were in the back of their head, Ferra especially. He was in the back of everybody on TSM's head. I mean, going for demos, being annoying, opening up space for Chaussette, and then Fruity kind of having the best of both worlds. He was also being aggressive and finishing these shots.
And again, I think that I don't know if there's another team in the RLCS in Europe that implements physical play as consistently as Reciprocity do. I was talking a little bit about it earlier. Usually we're seeing Fruity do it, but now in the last 2 weeks, it's been Ferra. Ferra is just like, I'm just going to demo everybody. Someone must have made him angry. I don't know if he's got a little pent-up aggression and he needs to take it out on people, but you know, there's not many more satisfying feelings than just constantly, I love demoing people in Rocket League. So I get it, Ferra. I totally get it. It's great.
And here's the great thing. They can do all that. They can be bullies. They can be that bigger brother who's just beaten down on the younger brother and still come out here and use Chaussette and make incredible plays, great passing, great vision. They don't need to rely on the demos. It's just an added factor that they can do and implement so well, better than anybody else.
And you see how flat-footed it made TSM. It made them stuck because they were constantly scared or they were just getting bumped, couldn't get reset. We got the matchup that maybe some people are curious for and other people think will be easy. You'll find out after the break. Veloce versus Renault Vitality after the break.